Hey, this is Donna. This is going to be a reading for Leo for May. This reading should be good for about for a month to 4 weeks, 6 weeks, give or take. I believe I'm using the one JJ Swiss deck on the wall, and the book that I reference is A Complete Guide to the Tarot by Eden Gray. And let's see. If you if your last few months videos are not up there, I've been having issues with internet and YouTube and some other crap. So sorry about that. I'm gonna try to fix that. I need to get a new camera too. That's another thing. So this I'm gonna run down a couple of things and we'll jump into it. I believe you see what you need to see when you need to see it. So everything, if you're seeing double numbers and things like that, to me, that is you are on the right path. So this is a general reading and not a one-on-one session. So not everything may resonate with you. So take what's applicable and just leave the rest. Don't make it fit. Reading results are gathered from the tarot and my own reception of intuition. So, but as always, use your best judgment. Use your own intuition. No one can tell you what to do. So, this video is for entertainment and educational purposes. Hopefully, I'll teach you something. I don't know. We'll see. If you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe and turn on notifications for future uploads. I don't know how often that will be. Like I said, I've been having major internet issues, so among other things. So I'm going to show you this the way I've been taught. My mother showed me. I don't know what this format is called. I haven't been able to find it. We shuffle the deck and then we split the deck into 3 piles, and then we take the card that's underneath each pile. I call those the first 3. These are always read upright. I don't know why. But these should basically encapsulate what the reading is about. So if you're short on time, you can just do the split and do the first 3 and go on. I can't do this daily. It takes too long. So, but, to each his own. So, the first card that we have for you is the 10 of Wands. And this card represents selfishness, unwise use of power, a test of fire, a heart tried by pain, but the problem will soon be solved. So this also represents an end of a cycle. Generally, the death of an ego, like somebody hitting rock bottom, having an epiphany. So if this hasn't happened yet, it most likely will shortly or soon. You'll get an epiphany, and you'll be seeing something really clear real soon. You'll have to pardon my cat. Chin, Mochi. Oh gosh. Sorry. I mentioned the dog's name. He's like, what did I do? He actually didn't do something. Okay. So the test by fire, that could be actual fire. Rarely it is. So don't freak out, but check all the batteries in your fire alarms, smoke detectors or whatever. That's a warning for that as well. And, heart tried by pain. So could have been suffering some kind of heartache. But it does say the problem will soon be solved, whether you solve it or it solves itself. And like I said, this also represents death of an ego, whether it's you or somebody else. The epiphany could also be for somebody else. Um, Generally, and with it being the end of a cycle, generally to me, this means you're actually going to be seeing something. Get your head out of your butt, and you're going to be seeing something for reals. And that light bulb will go off above your head, and the problem will soon be solved. I have a feeling you'll be taking care of the problem, especially with the rest of the cards. I feel like you're going to be the one ending the problem, whatever it is. I got to take a sip. Hang on a second. Okay, and then the next card is the Knight of Swords. This is a very, very fast moving energy. It's a person. It could be a job. It could be a thing, but it's a very, very fast action. The cards, the book references the face cards and the court cards as having physical attributes, but people can change their hair color and their eye color. So I'll give them to you if I think about it, if I don't forget. But generally, it's the characteristics that the card mentions. That is what goes with that card, that character, or that job. The Knight of Swords, like I said, is a very fast person. So this is someone who rushes into a room, rushes out of a room. They never do anything slowly. The attributes are dark hair, brown eyes. This can be a boy or a girl. Gender is fluid. Everyone has masculine and feminine characteristics, so that's what we're appealing to. This is a younger person, generally someone like 25 or younger. The characteristics of this person: they're dashing, they're brave, they're courageous, and they have a clean heart. So they're a good person. This card also represents the coming and going of misfortune. And judging from this card, it'll be the going of misfortune. You've got some good cards in the end too. So I take this as the going of misfortune. It also represents the start of communication, like perhaps like the beginning of a relationship or something, or the beginnings of communicating about a new job or something like that. Then down here we've got the King of Pentacles. That one would be black hair, black eyes, dark complexion. This person is a person, a chief of industry, like a banker, someone in charge of large estates, generally a reliable married person, not always. Someone who's a math whiz, has great financial gifts, so someone who's doing pretty well. They have a steady temperament. They're slow to anger. And this card also represents reliability and success in money matters. So if you're worried about money, things will get better with the money. This could be somebody that you know now or somebody that you'll be meeting. These two could be, if you're single, they could be two future partners. Maybe you'll have to choose. We'll see. Okay, the rest of the reading, like I said, you could take those three and just run with it, have your day. You have time. The rest of the reading is broken down into areas, and we'll get into each one as I get to it. We'll start off with the center. The center area is what you're going through right now, how you're thinking, how you're feeling, influences people that might be influencing you or the situation or whatever. And then we'll get into the other ones in a minute. The first card is the Nine of Swords, and it's upside down. When it's upside down, it represents patience, unselfishness, time heals, and basically don't worry, don't panic. Just calm down. And this one referenced selfishness. So the selfishness may not be on your part, maybe somebody else being selfish. The problem soon being solved. Like maybe you might have breakup or something and you're getting rid of a selfish person. And then here it's, you're doing it. Next to it, we've got, doesn't matter which one you read, the Seven of Pentacles. This one is right side up. This card represents a pause. So it goes with the patience. You're going to need patience during the pause and vice versa. Pause for patience. It also represents a possible loss. So it's warning you not to gamble. And generally, if the cards come right out and say don't gamble, I would not even question it. Just don't gamble. I wouldn't even buy a lottery ticket. Well, unless it's just $1. But you know what I mean? Like, if you normally spend 20 or 50 bucks or whatever, don't do it. You might need that money, in a pinch for gas, and you just, you thought you'd have the money, but then you I had to fix the HVAC on my house. That was $1,000, and then you don't have the money. And so take it as a warning. So just cut back on the gambling. It also represents disappointment. So you're disappointed about something, probably the selfishness that was going on. And with the younger person could be a child, your child, a niece, a nephew, a neighbor's child. If you work in education, one of the students. Maybe you were helping somebody out and they didn't appreciate it. I don't know. This card also represents anxiety about a loan. It's odd how the one right next to it references not to worry, don't panic. So don't panic. You must be having some kind of financial anxieties. We all have them. Wondering how you're going to freaking pay everything. And then it's also references waiting and waiting. This card is like a card of like waiting and waiting and waiting. I've planted all these things. None of these damn seeds are coming up. How long is it going to take? Same seeds, somebody else, theirs are blooming up to the sky, and yours are not doing anything. It is referencing you're going to have a pause. You're going to have a pause, and you're going to need patience for this pause. Over here, we've got the 0 from the Major Arcana. It's funny, I never noticed the number's not even on there. But it's the number 0. It's upside down. This card represents Aries. So you may be dealing with someone who's an Aries. Or something may happen or have happened during the Aries birth season. Upside down, the Fool represents folly, indecision, thoughtless action, faulty choice, or worried about making the wrong choice. So here you have another card of worry. And my advice is to just slow down, calm down. You're not going to have a choice with the pause anyway. It looks like no matter what you're going to do, something's going to be pausing, whether it's your family, your career, money, health, whatever. Something's going to be making you pause. So remember, this one also referenced an epiphany. So you can have that epiphany during the pause. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your thoughts. Like, even if you get weird thoughts during the day, they may mean something. This area of the reading is for the past. Some people don't even want to read that. I do. I like to know what we're dealing with. And each area represents something. This is like the work area, the group activity area, and these two are theoretical roads to the future. And each card, the closest card to you is the closest in time. So this would be the near past, further back in the past, and furthest back in the past. So we'll see how that plays out. Here we've got another court card. This is the Page of Swords. Brown hair, brown eyes. This is a young person, generally 25 years or younger, or someone, a younger unmarried person, doesn't matter. This card represents this person is a diplomat, or they're diplomatic, or they're working in government, have something to do with government. They have a great understanding, grace, and dexterity. This card also represents messages. So you may have recently gotten messages that caused you some disappointments. Maybe that's what solved the problem, or will soon solve the problem. Also represents spying and possible stalkers. So, like, the spying can be anything from just, watching you, or watching your social media, or looking in someone's phone, things like that. Always lock your phones and lock your computers. Further back in the past, we have number 18 from the Major Arcana. And this card represents, it's the moon. This card represents Cancer. So you may have been dealing with a Cancer, or something. This may have happened near the Cancer birth season. This card represents intuition, imagination, and deception. So, depending on the cards next to it, looks like the deception was coming from this person further back in the past. You found out a deception after the fact. This also represents unfolding of latent psychic powers. So your gut was telling you something was wrong. You were feeling it. You were calling somebody out on their crap. This card also represents, like, ghosting, either you ghosting or someone ghosting you. Unseen foes, unseen dangers, and possible bad luck for a loved one. And in my experience, every time I've gotten that card, and it has said, bad luck for a loved one, for me, it has almost always happened. Like, a family member loses a job, or, has a car accident or something. It's 50-50. But to me, my experience, it has always been applicable. This card is in the past, so you don't have to worry about it. furthest back in the past, we have the Knight of Wands, and he is upside down. Blonde hair, blue eyes, or hazel eyes. Younger person, like I said before, 25 or younger, or 30 or younger, that's young too. Represents coming or going of a matter or a person. So that's probably the deception. Somebody might have sweet talked you and they left you high and dry, and you found out later they were a liar. Also represents a passionate response. So it was probably a passionate relationship. So, but they may have responded passionately. The next definition on it is would-be lover turned jealous, and there was a conflict. So maybe you were seeing someone and they took something wrong and got jealous and went off and danced with somebody else. And then you found out about it later, but looks like it's in your past anyway, so I wouldn't worry about that. There was frustration. You probably had a lack of energy, and it also said that it probably interfered with your work. So it might have been somebody you worked with, or they showed up at your work, or you showed up at their work. Also represents a busybody, so somebody may have been meddling in your relationship as well. Over here, like I said earlier, this is the work or the group activity area. If you're a homemaker, then it would represent like the homemaking part, and then family could be also included, because that to me is a group activity. So this could be work or family or bowling or Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, whatever. Nearest in the future, you've got the now this one says it's number 11, and I'm going with the number 8 because the book that I reference has the strength card as number 8. But you can have both. So 8 may mean something to you, 11 may mean something to you. And 11 is generally the perfection card, as it's one more than 10, and 10 is completion. Like I said, this is the strength card from the major arcana. This card represents Leo. Maybe dealing with a Leo, or something may happen during Leo birth season. This card represents strength, force of character, leadership, spiritual overcoming the material, love overcoming hate. So, good over bad. The higher nature over the lower nature. So, in your work or group activity area, you've got some good things going on. I wrote 11. What was that? Okay. Next to that card, we've got the King of Wands. You've got a lot of people in this reading, so you'll be dealing with quite a few young people. Either, like I said, your children, or it could be possible dates, or if you're single. Or next, like I said, we've got the King of Wands, and he's upside down, and he would be blonde, blue eyes, hazel eyes. This person, when the king upside down, usually any of the face ones upside down are not that. They're the opposite of the good qualities. So the King of Wands upside down is an intolerant person. They're prejudiced, ill-natured. They're a hypocrite, severe, and ruthless. So someone at your work is going to be an ass. Maybe it's your boss. Maybe it's a coworker. Maybe it's someone you haven't met yet. Looks like the person's going to just be hard to deal with. Further in the future, we've got the Nine of Wands, and this is right side up. And this represents a pause and a struggle. Here's another pause. See, you're going to be going slow. So, and patience is a virtue. So you're going to have to be patient through these pauses. Pause and a struggle, but you'll be preparing and gathering strength and reserve during that pause. So whatever this person is throwing out at you at work or group or whatever, if you're at soccer, it could be another soccer coach. You're the other coach, and y'all are button heads. He's going to make it harder for you. Whatever. It's just a scenario. You'll be taking a pause later to get over it or to figure out a better way to deal with this person. This card also represents stubbornness and strength. So here's strength again. These cards are telling you it's gonna require strength to deal with this person, whatever's gonna happen in your work area or your group activity. Or also represents power, health, and it represents the wounded warrior. So someone who's been hurt. So generally that's you. You've got your guard up. And that's what it's saying. You're going to be gathering strength and reserve. So you got your guard up, probably because of this person. You're going to be defensive against this person. And the last meaning on this one is eventual victory, but steady force must be applied. And that's where the stubbornness comes in. You'll just have to, slow and steady wins the race. That's kind of referenced. I don't think that is the person with, where was the other thing? I think I saw it somewhere else. Anyway, I'll get back to that. So like I was saying, in your work area, it looks like you're going to have someone who's difficult to work with. And hopefully it's not a supervisor, but it could be. You'll have to just, get along with them, do it the way they want it done. And it'll eventually be getting solved. What I was going to say was this card referenced that the problem will soon be solved. So I feel that's referencing here as well. The problem may be this person. Maybe they'll quit or they'll, get a job somewhere else or they'll get fired or something. Like I said earlier, these two are theoretical roads to the future. You can take one card or, one card over here, or take no cards or all of them. Doesn't matter. They're all, for your advice. Doesn't matter which side you read first. I'm going to start over here, and we've got the Nine of Pentacles. It's right side up. This card represents the like a confident single person, someone who's happy being single. So whatever deception that was, maybe it made you single. Well, you're finding yourself. You're going to be very comfortable being single. You'll be happy. This is the card before the Empress becomes the Empress or the Emperor becomes the Emperor. This is a hard worker. So you're leveling up. You're finding peace within yourself, even though somebody crapped on you or this person's causing issues. Also represents good things in life are available to you, which is a good thing. Inheritance could mean an actual inheritance, or it could mean um, someone's retiring from their job and they're giving you their office. Things like something you would benefit from. It could be something as simple as that. Or somebody gives you one item. They don't have to pass away, so don't panic. Another meaning is self-wisdom and having like a great love of home and garden. So you're loving your house, you're loving your yard, nature, whatever. There's also a reference to be prudent. So you got the warning not to gamble. So that one's telling you to be prudent. So it's the same thing. Don't take any risks. Don't gamble. Don't gamble more than you need to, more than what would affect you. The next card further in the future, we've got the number 14. That's the Temperance card. This card represents Aries, Aquarius. So you may be dealing with an Aquarius or something that happened during Aquarius season or will happen. Temperance is always divine timing. So no matter what's meant to be for you will be for you. It will find you. So divine timing, it's also a gift. So you will be blessed with something very soon. Also represents adaptation, coordination, self-control, good management, harmony with others. So there's that harmony with others. So take the high road. If you're working with an ass, take the high road. Just let them be an ass and just, stay in your lane, Also represents successful combinations, healing, rebirth, and staying on course. Like I was saying, stay in your own lane. Stay on course. And patience. Patience was mentioned before. You're going to be needing patience. Over furthest in the future, we've got Page of Cups. That would be light brown hair, hazel eyes, a younger person again. Got a lot of young people. This person is a melancholy, passionate youth, studious, but prone to flights of the imagination. So they get a little carried away sometimes when they're telling you things. Could be a child, could be a, like I said, niece, nephew, neighbor kid, someone you work with. This person is willing to render a service to you. So you'll be having a friend in them. They'll be able to help you out in some way. Card also references arts, meditation. Looks like you'll be zenning out because you're going to be needing all this damn patience. So you're going to be meditating, or you're going to be praying, or you're going to be finding some way to chillax. Your very first card was saying, "Don't worry or panic." So I'm with this whole reading, I'm feeling like someone is very, very stressed about money. someone is very, very stressed about possibly their situation, like, are they ever going to meet the right one, or because you got lied to, and but you're going to be comfortable being single, or you are comfortable being single. Let's get back on course here. Stay on course. Let's see. Other things that it represents is, like I said, meditation, news, impossible news of a birth, new business methods, and possible forgiveness, whether that's you or someone else, either giving or getting an apology. And it also represents a new emotional beginning. So that may be from that apology, or could be something completely separate. So a new emotional beginning or someone new, and also represents finding yourself. So you'll be starting something. Over here, other theoretical road to the future, we've got the Four of Wands right side up. This card is like the 1111, 1111. That's like the perfect card, or perfect situation, perfected work, like home, property, and generally it's like marriage. This is the marriage card, one of the marriage cards. Rest after labor, peace, prosperity, harmony, romance coming, and a marriage coming also. So you'll be starting something new. You may have a choice between more than one. Next to it, we've got the Ace of Wands, and this is upside down. This card represents cancellation of a new enterprise. So you've got perfected work, everything's hunky-dory, you've got a coming romance and a marriage, eventual victory with steady force. Remember, it says journey postponed, false start, misstep, or a bump, a speed bump. It's just a minor pause. And that's also where patience is going to come in. Doesn't mean things aren't going to happen. It just means something's going to delay it just a little bit. If you're planning a trip, you may have issues with, maybe your flight getting canceled. So plan for that as well. Furthest in the future, we've got the number 2 from the major arcana. This is the High Priestess. This represents a Pisces, or something happening during the Pisces birth season. The High Priestess knows her worth. She knows her worth. But she keeps something hidden, and this is generally you. This is keeping something to yourself. You're not showing all of your cards, which is a good thing. This card also represents unrevealed future, hidden influences at work. Generally, that's a good thing. So you may be getting upset and wondering, how I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. Where's my rewards and stuff? It's mentioning patience and strength several times. So this chick, she knows her worth, and she's worth the wait. So they're telling you in capital letters to be patient. It must be an issue or something. And it's hard to be patient when you're having money issues, because when you need that money yesterday, it's hard to wait for tomorrow. So, But the hidden influences at work is generally good. It's generally things in your favor. This card also represents artists. It's of special interest to artists. Art was mentioned over there. So if you're doing anything in art, be prolific, get it out there, be prolific with it. It's special reference to artists, poets, composers, musicians, mystics. It doesn't say musicians, but I wrote musicians, so I thought it was important. So whatever kind of artist you are, just put it out there. Put it out there. And the high priestess is also the perfect woman. So this represents either finding the perfect woman or being the perfect woman, or both. It's just being happy within yourself. Basically, you're leveling up. So whoever hurt you, you're leveling up and becoming more strong. And it's telling you you're going to be needing strength. You're going to be dealing with somebody difficult in work. And patience was mentioned several times. Pauses was mentioned several times. Knowing your worth, and what is imagined will come to pass. I believe heavily in positive thinking and positive words. If you put positive words out there, I believe what you put out there comes back. So think big. Don't think little, think big. If you can think it, it can happen. So I see you're going it alone comfortably for a while, and then looks like you'll be meeting someone new or something new. It's not always someone. It could be a new hobby that you just fall in love with. So someone new, something new, but it did say coming romance, but I think it's a person. Could be more than one. And it may be somebody younger than you, with all these young people you have in here. So, like I said, this is advice. Use your best judgment. No one can tell you what to do. I hope you like this reading. Like I said, it'll be good for 4 to 6 weeks. So I'm going to try to do some more. I cannot guarantee. Like I said, I've been having camera problems. The videos have been disappearing, and my internet has sucked out loud. So I am so sorry. If one of your videos is gone, I'm sorry. I don't have any backups because of the memory issue with my computer and everything. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this. If you like this, click the like button and subscribe and turn on notifications for future uploads. Thank you and have a blessed day.